You've probably been scrolling through YouTube for some time now, but you just can't get your mix to sound the way you want. Trust me, if that's you, this is the last video you'll have to watch from me on mixing. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, like, comment. I would love to hear from you. My name is Setrobeats. Let's get to it.
Shawty calling, ask me where I've been working on myself. Shawty calling.
I'm pretty sure you were expecting a screen grab of my computer right now, but that's not what we're doing today. All right, today we're gonna have a conversation why you just can't get your mixes to sound the way you want. Point number one, you're spending majority of your time learning, going through tutorial after tutorial, but spending very little time on the practical side, which is applying the information you're getting. Because chances are you're going through different tutorials, you're kind of getting variations of the same information you already have, but you just don't want to act on the information, or you're just not confident enough that with time you're gonna adapt. You need to trust yourself that eventually you will get it right, because nothing can take place of practice, man. You can go through tutorial after tutorial, but nothing will take away the place of practice. Mix as many songs as you can, and trust me, you will start to see results, and you will start to come up with your own ways of mixing. Mixing is not that complicated that you should spend a lot of time learning it. It's more about practicing. And point number two, oh, this is a big one. You probably jumping from plugin to plugin to plugin. And I know these days there's a lot of plugins, and most of the plugins you have probably are cracked plugins, which means you delete yourself into thinking, I have access to all the plugins I want. And that could be a huge problem towards your progress when it comes to mixing. You're jumping from one plugin to another instead of sticking to one plugin bundle and mastering that plugin bundle, which is where most people are stuck at. They use one plugin, they jump to another one. Every mix has a new plugin, but you haven't mastered the main plugins you need to know when it comes to mixing, which is EQ, dynamic processes like your compressors, how to apply reverb, how to apply delays. With just these four plugins I mentioned, EQ, your compressors. Yes, even if you're working with vocals, a de-esser is a compressor. If you're getting value out of this video, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified when I'm dropping a new video. If you have a video suggestion or a tutorial you'd like to see from me, please leave it in the comment box and I will add it to my list. Let's get back to the video. And that leads me to point number three. You are using cracked plugins. I won't lie and say you cannot be good at producing or mixing music with cracked plugins. I've used cracked plugins before, but I've outgrown that stage. But my main point is, using cracked plugins deludes you into being greedy, wanting every new plugin that's out there, while you haven't even mastered the 20-30 gig of downloaded cracked plugins you have when you drive. What I will advise you to do now, stick to one plugin pack or maybe two. Make sure you master those plugins and then you can start adding more. But on the real, for you to see growth, for you to have confidence, for you to stick to tools that you trust and value, you need to spend money on your plugins. You just have to, man. It gives you the confidence of a pro in a way, because you paid for it. So you can't be jumping around picking up every new hot claim to be shortcut plugin, because you're like, I spend money on these, I need to master them. You know, they need to give me the results I want, and that just puts you on another level. That gives you an advantage and gives you less things to focus on. So let's go straight to point number four. Point number four is another big one. Your learning is not structured. Remember, in school, first grade was different from third grade. Third grade was different from 8th grade. Remember? Because structure is the best way to learn anything. Structure is the best way to learn anything. I've learned a lot of things faster by learning through structured information. You can learn everything on YouTube. I'm not lying. You can learn everything on YouTube. But trust me, when you're new in something, you don't know what to and not to learn, what to focus on and what not to focus on. Every new trick you see online, you want to do it. But the difference is with structured information, it takes you from the beginning to the last stage. Okay, so by structured information, I recommend you go through courses. No, I'm not saying buy my courses. I'm not saying that. But if you want to save time, find a producer that offers courses online. Go on Udemy. I'm also on Udemy, but go on Udemy, Skillshare, all these affordable platforms, and try to focus on 1 or 2 courses. Practice that information and see in 2 or 3 months how will that impact your mixing or production. Because I won't lie, the luxury of having all the information in the world is not really a luxury. You need to know what to learn. You need to know how to learn. And knowing how to learn will save you a lot of time. Point number 5, it's another big one. Master the tools you have. If you have PreSonus monitors, get to understand the language and how those monitors speak. The more you use that monitor, the more you will understand, oh, this monitor, when it comes to the lower end, it's not that heavy. So I know when my 808 sounds a bit light on this monitor, chances are on other systems, it's gonna sound decent. And those are the things you get to understand by focusing on few tools. Because in most cases, you don't even need new gear. You don't even need expensive gear. Process and think about these points before you go watch another tutorial. Because sometimes, you don't need another EQ tutorial. Sometimes you don't need another reverb or compression tutorial. So that's it, guys, for this video. If you found value in this video, please subscribe to the channel. My name is setrobeats, and I'm out.
Shawty call and ask me where I've been. I've been working on myself. Shawty call and ask me where I've been. I've been working on myself. She gon' probably ask me who I'm with. I've been working with the best.